Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what lights you up, gets you going. I was thinking about this topic a bit more recently. I got invited to speak for a company. They invited me to speak on spiritual resilience, which I kind of framed, as non-religious for like that corporate setting. So it was more about like energy and like, we use energetic language all the time. We're like, I'm feeling drained. I'm just so tired. I need to recharge. Like, we use energetic language constantly, but especially in a corporate setting, we like to think ourselves as just productivity machines. We sit down and we work and then we just go. And like, basically I was just talking to them about respecting how we operate as humans and some of the things that kind of either drain or energize you. That way these guys can, take that and go on and do better work. But as I was talking to some of them, I was pointing out for the group, like what things that they like to do. And I got a new one that I haven't heard before, which surprised me. So of course I picked on him a lot. Like I used him as the example. I didn't really actually pick on him. But what he said, like one of the things that he likes to do that like energizes him is bird watching. Now, bird watching is not a super common hobby. Like we all know, like, oh yeah, that's a thing, but it's not very common, especially in the military. That's a first for me. So a lot of these guys in this company are prior military. And so I was like, okay, I was interested. I was excited. I was like, oh, this is new. This is awesome. What is this about? And so I, to prove my point, one of the things that I did, so I'm like, cool, bird watching is one of the things that energizes you. I immediately walked over to like couple rows over, and I pointed at a guy and I was like, well, one of the other guys, I was like, if you were to go bird watching, would that energize you? And he was like, he like kind of laughed. It was like, no. And then of course, everybody else in the room, like they all kind of laugh. And then I asked him, I was like, okay, so what do you do that energizes you? And he's like, oh, I play golf. So then I walked right back over to the guy who likes bird watching. I was like, if you were going to go golfing, would that energize you? And he was like, no. So then everybody kind of laughed because the point really hit home that like what energizes you and what drains you is completely different. And I was really pointing out that these guys need to just figure out what works for them. Just like you need to figure out what works for you. A lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people, internet, like leaders, everybody's like, oh, you're feeling tired, you're feeling drained? Go do yoga. Go for a walk. Go do this. Like, it's prescriptive. They're like, yeah, just go do this because this works. But it does not work for everybody, and you can't just do that. It really is on you to find out what energizes you, what brings you energy, and what gets you excited. Now, a big component to this that I also brought up during the talk, which I think is really important to bring up to you, is most often the things that energize us have a connection to meaning. It's something that is important to us. It's something of value. It's something that matters a lot. And so with the bird watching guy, of course, like I said, I was picking on him. I asked him, I'm like, so what about bird watching? Like, what about it is important to you? And he kind of like smiled and was like, well, when I was younger, me and my grandpa used to go bird watching. And then I felt the energy of the room kind of like shift as everybody was like, oh, they're like, that makes sense why he bird watches, because it was something important to him. It's something of value. So when he's out there bird watching, it brings that connection to things that are important. And when we are working in line with the things that are important to us, we have way more energy. So for you, think about the last time that your boss told you to do something that you didn't agree with. You're like, I don't agree with this. This isn't the right way, but you had to do it anyways. How was your energy? Like, were you excited to do that? Were you pumped up? You're like, fuck yeah, let me get this shit done. No, you weren't. You were like, oh, dragging your feet. You're going slow. You're feeling tired. By the time you finished with the task, you probably felt relief. Like, fuck, finally that's done. Like, it sucks. But then think about the last time that you got to work on something that you wanted to work on. Something you were like, yes, I'm excited for this. Like, this is cool. Why are you excited? Why is it cool? Because it's important to you. Maybe it highlights some of your skills. Maybe it gets you towards like a promotion. Like, there's always these kind of tangent lines that connect it to something that is important to you. Or maybe the thing itself is important to you and you just really like it. You know, there's a few ways to go about it. But I promise you were way more energized. You had way more energy. You were way more excited. Whatever you were working on probably got done to a level that was significantly better than the other thing that you were reluctant to do. Right? Same thing like the bird watching guy. If his company is like, we're doing a mandatory golf outing because this is mandatory fun, which happens a lot in a lot of companies. There would be some people who are like, yes, this is like the best day at work. This is awesome. I get to just go golf. And then you've got the other people who are like, oh my, this is awful. That's not what they want. They would rather be at work than golfing, right? Like, we know that there's a lot of people that are like that. So my invitation to you is to find out what really energizes you. It's probably something that it's important to you. And if you have no ideas, you have to go experiment. You have to go try things. So for me, one thing that just absolutely energizes me is pickleball. So pickleball, I wish I played sooner. I haven't. So I played pickleball, or I picked it up maybe about 2 years ago. And I'm like, how come I never knew about this? This is amazing. And even though, so I don't get to play pickleball as often as I would like to anymore. I haven't played for like almost 2 months now. But even just thinking about pickleball, like, oh yes, like I get energy, I get excited. Like, and again, that's not something that was available to me like before 2 years ago. I didn't even know it existed. It wasn't until I was like, okay, I'll go try it. And I was like, oh wow, okay, this is, you know, you unlock something that's awesome. So yeah, today's kind of a shorter video, I guess, but find out what energizes you. Nobody can tell you what it's going to be. You just have to go try shit out. It's probably going to be something that has something in common with things that are important to you, or that are valuable, or that are in alignment with who you are, what you stand for, represent, right? Like, it's probably going to be an adjacent area to that. You can also look at the things that are currently really important to you. Usually if you're working on those, or you're around that environment of things that are actually important, you'll just naturally have higher energy. So try it out. Let me know in the comments, like, what things just blast off your energy like pickleball does to me. Maybe it is bird watching. If we have any bird watchers in here, let me know, because that would be awesome. But till the next one, see ya.